Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 22. Today is Friday, and I'm supposed to be in the office all day. We're going to try to work things out where we can get out and possibly hit 2 or 3 casinos, try to make a little extra money today. But the first step is going to be to get to the office early, which I'm doing right now, and get my work done, verify that the manager's not going to be there, and make sure I know when all the meetings are and that I can fulfill all my obligations without anybody knowing that I'm not there. So that's going to be the target for today. It's going to be a warm day today. Right now it's 43 degrees. It's going to get into the mid 50s supposedly today. So it'll be nice and comfortable. I'm not wearing a coat, so I don't have to worry about hiding a coat, walking in and out with a coat on and all that stuff. So, yeah, like I said, this week been okay. Hasn't been the best week, but we're getting back on track. Looks like about a 0% chance of being ahead for the month on blackjack, but that happens sometimes. And I haven't looked at where I am overall for the month, but I think I'm about half where I need to be for my goals, but I'll double check that later on. Maybe not that bad, but I'll check that later. And this weekend I'll update all my charts and finalize the last things for my trip, and we'll be ready to go on that. So yeah, I'm excited about the possibilities of what could happen today. Hopefully we can make $1,000 today, but the first step is going to be to make sure that no one is going to notice that I'm not in the office. And of course, one big thing is to be able to scan my card, so when they look at the ledger, they'll see that I was in the office today. So that's what's going on right now, stuck in traffic, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back, just leaving the office. It's 10:45, and I'm going to try to hit 3 spots today, hopefully make some decent money. The director is out today, the manager is out today, 2 people on my team are taking a day off, and the other 2 are working from home. So pretty much everybody is gone, and I don't think I have any more meetings today, so I should be in really good shape. I got my laptop next to me here in the car. Yeah, this meeting was the last meeting for the day, so just got to keep things alive, and I should be good. I've already gotten my work done for the day. I do have a couple emails, 5 I think, that I'm waiting for replies on. I got those flagged, so when replies come in on those, I can take care of those few things, and that should be it for me for the day as far as work. So all is good, and right now we are heading to our first casino. I don't expect too much because there's a lot of people, and well, all 3 places we're going to today, I shouldn't expect much. I should expect to make money on things that people are too lazy to check or they don't understand. So that's what we're going to focus on, and we'll see what happens with that. Right now, 45 degrees outside, a lot of rain. It looked kind of like misty, foggy type day, and we'll see what happens. So I'll be back to update you soon. All right, I am back. Just trying to leave this casino as it's starting to get busy right now. Lots of people in there looking at machines, including a local Asian man who's a nice guy. He doesn't say much, but he's a nice guy. He doesn't cause any problems or anything. And people say that, like, I'm friends with him, like that's a bad thing, but he doesn't bother me. He doesn't do anything to me. So why should I not be friends with the guy? Anyway, I was in there for about an hour and 20 minutes. I walk in. This is interesting because I walk in, I look at the first machine, and I find a play on it, and I'm immediately ahead $119. Remember that, $119. I walk around, looking, and I see another one. It's kind of borderline. I look at it, and I'm like, well, I'll come back to that one. I'm not positive about it. As I'm walking away from it, this guy walks up to me and goes, "You're going to play that, aren't you?" I said, "I'm not sure. It's borderline." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "So-and-so would play it." I'm like, yeah, I know he would play it, but he's a lot looser than I am. So I'm going to think about it. Walk around a little bit. And I think to myself, this guy's been here for a long time. Most of the things are probably already taken. I should take a shot at it. So I end up sitting down and playing it. And I played that machine for an hour before it finally hit. And I was a little worried because it took so long to hit it that I was afraid I was going to be down $300 or $400 on it. I actually ended up losing on it, but I only lost about $56 on it. So anyway, played it all the way through, finally hit. I took a lot of videos that I'm going to be reviewing. I took like 5 or 6 videos that I'm going to be reviewing, and wrote down a lot of stats on it because I'm still trying to find the sweet spot on this machine. I think I know it, but I took a shot at it this time. And then I found one other small play before I left. I played a total of 4 machines, actually. So 3 of them being less than a minute and 1 of them being about an hour. And talked to a friend in there, all that, and ended up leaving ahead $122. So an hour before I was ahead $119. I ended up leaving ahead $122. We are done for the day as far as work. I'm not going back to the office. No more meetings or anything, so I'll keep the laptop next to me. I got a long drive to the next casino, and I don't really think I'm going to find a lot there, but I got to take a shot at it. So we're going to continue our trip. I actually was thinking about maybe stopping the trip here because it did take a long time, and it's Friday and it's bad weather and everything else. But we're going to continue on, and I'll be back to update you after my next stop. Alright guys, I am back. Alright, so I'm still on my way to the next place. If you remember a couple weeks ago maybe, I was on my way to this place and there was a road closure and I had to go around and do all these different things. So hopefully I won't run into any of that today. But I did do a couple other things online that I'm working on while I was driving here, and I've made about $320 on my drive. So add that to the money for the day. I love it. We're going to keep on going, keep on making some cash. So that makes me, I'm at like $440 for the day. So pretty good for a day that I'm supposed to be at the office. So this next place that we're going to, though, is a hotbed of problems with Asian people. They keep getting kicked out. They keep coming back in, and some of them get aggressive. The ones that are there right now are a little bit older than the ones that were there before, but still a lot of issues. And if you recall, about a month ago, there was one girl. I had like I think it was episode like 265 or something, if I remember right. It sticks out in my head for some reason. There was a girl who said that she was watching a machine, and I hadn't seen her. It was like a $600 EV, and then another person, a white guy, comes over and says that, you know, she was watching it before me, but I didn't know for sure. I didn't want to cause any problems. That was at this place. So, you know, trying to be good and not have any kind of ban myself, but we'll see what happens. So hopefully today everything is good. I'm seeing all the cattle out, the horses out today. It's nice, you know, it finally stopped raining. It's starting to clear up. As I'm continuing to go in this direction, it seems to be lightening up more and more. So hopefully the day continues to improve. Seems like it's a little bit windy outside, but other than that, no issues. So yeah, I did have some emails I wanted to answer, so I may do that in the next segment. I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. So, go in that place, and I see these 2 Asian ladies playing this machine. And it's not actually in a very good place. And they're max betting this machine. I'm wondering, what is going on here? And then I realize what they're doing. They got a new girl in town, and they're getting her set up to work there. So, interesting. Anyway, it was a long grind. That's what I'll say. Long grind. And I could have left ahead about $48. But there's a game that's new to the area that is okay. It's very streaky, high variance game. I played it at the lowest level, which was like a 50-cent bet, and then at the highest level, which was a $5 bet, and played both of those. And the lowest level, I lost about $10, and then the highest level, bad variance on that one, lost about $300. So I was in there for too long, over an hour, and just trying to get...
There's a stalled vehicle ahead.
Just trying to get a few dollars here and there, try to make a little bit of money, and just couldn't make it happen. And I ended up leaving the session minus $263. So minus $263. I already forgot how I did at the first spot. I'll have to listen to it and put that in my notes here. But yeah, not much I could do there. So we're going to move on to the third place, and hopefully we have some better variance there. Need to stop and get some fuel again, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. Oh man, that was a long one too. Man, I'll tell you, I go into this place, I play my first play. It was like one of the first things I saw when I came in, and I was ahead like $7 or $8. Everything was fine, and I see this play, and it's a tall order. All right, it's one of those that's like $6 a spin, and it's gonna take hundreds of spins to hit. And I'm like, I'm gonna take this risk. It's gonna pay off. It's in range. I'm gonna do it. I sit down, put in a couple hundred more, and then it started getting serious. Now I'm in 800. Now I'm in 900. Now I'm in 1200. Now I'm in 1400. I was in that machine for $1,500. Was down to my last $80 or $90. When it finally hit, it paid like $1,000 or something like that. So I was down like $400 almost right away at this casino. So, all right, well, we got some work to do. That's what I was thinking. Let's start walking around and we'll find something. And there was another one, which is the machine that I primarily visit this casino for. I go to that machine, and there's a borderline play. It's just barely negative at $6. And even if it was just in range, this machine is so brutal that if things don't work out, you're gonna lose a couple $1,000s on this machine. Think about it. I played the machine next to it because that one was in range. I forget what the outcome was on that, up a little, down. I think I was lost a little. And thought about it and decided just to abandon it. I didn't play it. I move on to another area, and I see all these APs standing around talking to each other like a bunch of scumbags that we are. See how I did that? I called them scumbags, but I put myself in there. See? Anyway, they were all sitting around in this area talking right in the walkway. Anyway, whatever. Now I'm like wandering around, aimlessly looking, and I don't want to leave down. And I find another play. I play that. I lose like $80. Find another one. I make like $120 or $130, something like that. But I'm still in pretty much the same area. I'm down about $400, maybe $480, $460. I find another couple little plays. One makes me $100. Another one loses $80 or $70. And I'm just stuck in this range, and I'm like, that's it. I'm out of time, and there's nothing left, and there's all these guys in here, and there's a new set of machines that came in. There's 4 of them back to back, and there's a lady getting ready to get up. So she cashes her ticket out. She goes to leave, but she has $7.50 left because she had her free play. Now, I was just going to tell her, you pull the card out, that money's going to go on your card, and you can use it later. But I figured, it's $7. What's the worst that could happen? Well, the worst happened. She gets a bonus, it extends it, she has more money, she keeps playing. So I end up walking away, looking at all the little reaches of the casino. I mean, if you could have seen my path walking through this casino, every corner of this casino. And I even found a couple games I didn't know that they had, and I'll be checking those in the future, but they were nowhere close to anything today. I doubt they'll ever be close to anything with these games. Anyway, I end up coming back to that carousel of the 4 machines, and there's two of them that are empty. Sit down on the first one. It takes like 5 minutes to check this machine. I check it, nothing there. Go to the second one, check it, there's nothing there. I'm getting up from the second one, and the guy next to me is getting up. So I'm like, okay, opportunity. I sit down, check that one, and there's something in range, but it's about $4 a spin, and it's another one of these that's going to take forever to hit. So I get comfortable, I start playing, I'm down about 400 when I have a nice hit on there, and then continue playing, and then the nice hit was like 760 or something like that. Keep playing, and finally get to the end game, and what does it pay me at $4 a spin? $11.25. But luckily I had those couple nice hits before that, and I actually ended the session ahead 184. At one point I was ready to go home down 1600, and things just worked out, and I bounced back and I was able to leave ahead. So what did we end up learning here? We ended up learning that we should have stayed home. We should have stayed at the closest casino and just spent the day there and not wasted a bunch of time and gas. But what are you going to do? I did go get some food. That was the second time I got food today, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. And then I got some candy bars and some chips. And I talked to my wife. I am starting a new diet. I have to. I can't be bogged down with all this bad stuff for me, processed everything, and even these like chips and stuff that I just bought, I don't mind throwing them away. I mean, I can keep them in the car if I'm hungry and I have no food, but I'm going to do something different. I think what I'm going to do is stay somewhere relatively close to a low-carb diet. Steak, chicken breast, salad with lemon juice only. That's probably what I'm going to stick to. Some carrots. I like apples a lot, and I know they're good for you, and they're low calorie. They're only about 100 calories, but probably won't have those for a little while. And we'll see how things go. I don't want to talk about exact numbers about what I weigh, but if I could lose like 4% of my body weight, I think that would be a big deal, and maybe 5%, and I'd be pretty happy with that for now, and then kind of level off for a while. But let's go through our segments, shall we? What did you eat today, MW? Well, what did I eat today? At my second casino, I had 4 lightly breaded chicken strips. They were pretty good, but they weren't great. So I give those a 9 on a scale of 2 through 8. And then at this last place, I did get an Italian sub. It was like a pre-made thing, just because I was starving again, and I didn't want to wait for stuff to be made. So Italian sub, I give it like a 6 on a scale of 2 through 8. Pretty bad. It was made yesterday, and it looked pretty good, but it wasn't that great. So, and what did you tip today? Most importantly, for golly's sake, right? What did you tip today, MW? Well, let me give you a brief rundown here of some of the things that I hit on these slots. Other than that one for whatever that was, what was that one? $762.62. I hit one for $812. I hit one for $183. I hit one for $100, $140. Just some pictures that I took. $216, and sorry. Yeah, a couple other smaller ones, but you know, I take pictures of these things because I want to keep track of payouts on these machines for different things, so I can get an idea of when it's not worth it, depending on how much of an investment it's going to take. And although I do have stats from other people and best practices, I like to fine-tune them a little bit based on my style in my area and how things are playing in my area. So even certain machines, I'll play the same machine differently in 2 different casinos in my area, just because I know the way they pay out so well, and I've played those casinos and those machines so often. But even with all those payouts, I never needed any kind of help, so my tips were 0 for today as well. So I'm a little bit tired, a little bit exhausted. Temperature got up to like 59 degrees at one point today. Right now it's down to 52, and I'm heading toward home. Gonna get home a little bit late, but gonna relax a little bit tonight, do some research tomorrow. I'm gonna pay the bills tomorrow, work on taxes for a couple more hours tomorrow, and some family time as well. So that's what's going on right now. There was one guy that was out today, and he asked me to do his job for him. So I'll do a little bit of work tonight to kind of do that stuff for him. And that's about it. So for now, I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. And by request, see you next time.